Okay, so the first lesson in this unit is pretty straightforward. It's on simple plots, and I just took some notes down. The first one says that dot plots are used best when there are lots of repeating data values. So if you see a list where it looks like a lot of the values repeat, then you might want to use this dot plot to represent that data set. For a stem plot, it says there's very little repetition. So if all the numbers are different or there's some that are repeating but not very many, then you might want to go with the stem plot. Beyond that, the biggest thing with dot plots is to stay consistent with the intervals that you're using on your number line. So if you're counting by ones, you have to keep counting by ones. If you're counting by twos, you have to keep counting by twos. Whatever it is you decide your interval to be, just stay consistent. The other thing it says is place a dot above the value that corresponds with how many times it appears in your data set. So if you see the number 7 3 times in your data set, you should have 3 dots above the number 7 on your dot plot. Now with stem plots, they'll give you a key to let you know exactly how the numbers are being represented in the stem and leaf plot. For example, there was one here that I went ahead and copied down where the key was 9 for 9-87 meant 9.87. And you wouldn't know that unless they told you that, but they always will tell you that. So now if I'm making a list using that key, that means if the decimal point goes between the 9 and the 87, that means for this one, the decimal point would go between the 2 and the 21. So the first number I would want to list is 2.21. And then, of course, since I don't have anything with the 3, I'm going to skip that. And I have 4.77. And then I have 4.90, 5.01, 5.33, 5.77, and finally 6.31. And that's how I would write a list of the values in my data set just from looking at the stem and leaf chart.